1, 2, 3.
Here you go. He may not look like it, but my brother John is a knight. Here you go, Grasshopper. A knight of Columbus, that is, and he and the other members are about to celebrate their 107th anniversary. But their dining room table isn't exactly of King Arthur quality, so we're gonna build them a solid table just in time for the festivities.
Come on in.
Oh my God, it looks great.
This is Jimmy. He's a master carpenter. This is his brother John. He's, well...
Here we are at the Knights of Columbus, where I've been a member for years.
Yep, we're here to see what Ronnie wants in a dining room table.
This is the table, Jim, I was telling you about.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, we need a new table. This is actually dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
You know what I mean? If the leg kicked under.
Look at this. Look at this thing. Oh, see how bad it is? How can I make people sit here and eat?
Ronnie and I had spoke about on the phone was a big main banquet table that everyone comes to. It's like a comforting, you know, it's a familiar table.
It would be the center of the room.
It would be the center room custom table, and we have our anniversary coming up.
Right. We can have our anniversary dinner here with the people on the board.
Right.
If you have the table, it'll be nice.
I think we can get it ready in time. Definitely.
Right.
Is there anything in particular you might like in it?
Solid table.
Solid.
One piece, maybe 12 foot, and really strong. I mean, you can look at this table. This table is almost as old as the place, but, you know.
Right.
But we would, you know, really like it solid, made out of wood, maybe rustic would be nice to go with the decor and everything in here, you know?
Terrific.
It would be nice.
I know we can have the table ready for you tonight for your anniversary party.
Wow.
All right? So we'll see you tonight.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, man.
Nice seeing you again.
Be good, buddy. Take
You're
it
the
easy.
man. We'll be back.
Thank you. All right.
You got it.
That table's a piece of junk.
Yeah, I told you it's bad. It's warped. It's curled up on the end.
It's just waiting to be thrown in the garbage.
It's actually dangerous.
It is.
You gonna replace it?
Yeah. I have a good idea. There's plenty of room there.
Okay. Will it be ready for the anniversary party?
Of course.
You sure?
Talking to me.
Okay. Let me see.
It's gonna be 12 feet long.
Okay.
Right? It's gonna have a nice presence.
And what kind of top?
We're gonna use that pine we just bought. And because the planks are only 8 feet and the actual table we're making is gonna be 12 feet, we have to make up some space. So we're gonna interlace the long ones and then fill in the spaces with some shorties.
We're gonna parquet it.
It'll be like an oak wooden floor.
Now, what about the legs?
The legs I'm gonna buy on the internet.
Right.
I want them all to be exact, right? So
And it moves the project along. To buy pre-turned legs on the internet,
right.
and it's something that anybody can do very easily, as long as you have a credit card that's not maxed out.
Check them out.
Yeah.
You like those?
These are nice.
There's no shame in buying prefab parts if you know it's gonna help the project and make a nice uniform look.
And moves it along.
Moves it
this
along.
takes a lot of time on a lathe to make this.
Absolutely. The first step in our process, we have to notch each one of the legs to accept the rails.
Got it.
Come over here and I'll show you how to do that. What we have to do is notch it this way and notch it this way. We're gonna do 4, 1 for each corner of the table.
Right.
And because it's a 6-legged table, we need to notch 2 center legs to support the middle of the table on either side like that.
Okay.
All right? All right, you can see here on the drill press we built a jig, which is basically just a piece of wood we attach to help keep the cuts consistent. Whenever you put a jig on the tabletop of a saw or a drill press, it's always best to draw a line on the table, so if the jig moves, you can see that it's moved from the line you drew on the table. We have 6 legs to drill, so I want to make sure that they're all going to be drilled in the exact same spot.
Got it.
All right? So now let's go for one.
Oh, yeah, that looks
All right?
cool.
Now, move it over just the width of the drill bit. Do another one.
All right.
So now, John, I'm going to ask you to complete this.
All right.
Then I'm going to move to the next step.
Got it.
You good?
Yeah, it looks easier when you do it.
Hold on here. Watch.
Oh, that's all right. What is this, Ghost? That's okay.
I'll have it in the
Yeah, we'll go quicker.
Next step is to cut the rails. We're going to cut the width on the table saw, and we're going to cut the length on the radial arm saw.
Got it. Oh, a knot fell out. Smells like a Christmas tree. Reminds me of Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Opening up my G.I. John. because we couldn't afford a G.I. Joe. What did we always hear? It's just like the one you wanted.
We're going to put a scallop in the rail.
So when you slide in and out, your legs don't scrape. It makes it much more comfortable.
Right. The wood's going to go into the pocket about an inch deep, and our scallop's going to start right here. So let's draw the scallop.
Okay.
Just hold that steady for me while I mark it.
This is the oldest trick on earth. Our dad used to do this for years. Look at that. It's a circle drawer. And there's your scallop right there. That's the cutout part when you slide under the table.
We're going to nail together the waist area, and John's going to cut it out on the bandsaw.
That's right. Today's my day.
Here you go, Grasshopper.
Sounds like a haunted house. Hear the evil spirits? Listen. Run to the light.
We're going to router the edge so that when your legs go underneath, it's going to be nice and smooth.
You remember our table growing up? We had a big country-style table with bench seating.
Yeah.
There was no backs.
Yeah.
There was no, like a juvie hall. It looked like we were almost like in a prison-like setting.
It was like eating in prison, benches everywhere.
And the benches were screwed to the floor, so you couldn't even, you weren't even allowed to move them in or out. You had to swing in, and if you were the last person to get in a bench, you almost had to do an Olympic move.
Climb under the table and come out the other side.
Right. And who was underneath the table all the time? King, our dog. Sometimes if the food wasn't that good.
Come here, King.
Chicken cacciatore. Yeah, King died of a heart attack.